What's up, YouTube? Um, kind of new to this, so not really, not really too sure what to say. Kind of just follow along, and learn. We're just gonna talk about life and some experiences and stuff like that. So from like a young age, my mom was married to a guy, and he was my stepdad. And dude was just really a fucked up dude. Abused me. Thought my brother was like always okay, but he got abused too. And my mom, she was always brutally beat when I was a kid in front of me. It would wake me up and stuff, and it was just a really bad situation. Well, come 2015, mom commit suicide to get away from it all. So I was 15 or 16 at the time. And that's just really hard on you at any age, really. Even if it's not your mom, if it's your dad, if it's your brother, if it's your friend, stuff like that just hits home. It's hard. So from that point on, I became friends with some people, and some great people, mind you. It led to like drinking and stuff like that, and I would definitely get carried away. Drink just cases of beer, bottles of liquor. Was really just an unhealthy habit or trait. Definitely would consider it alcoholism. Was really hard to break away from it, but once I did, it was really easy. Mind you, I use cannabis for some of the PTSD and trauma and stuff like that from my childhood, and just some of the dumb stuff that I've done. Because, yeah, simply put, it was 15 years of my life was hell. The first 15 years. After that, it was a party, and it was a good time, but it took a toll on me, and eventually led me to new things like cannabis and psychedelics have helped me. But mostly cannabis. Mind you, here and there I had like a beer or two, in the last 2 or 3 years. But for the most part, I don't drink. Sometimes life makes you want to drink, but once you get past it, you don't really need that drink. But after all that was said and done, got my head out of my ass, started working consistently up until, the economy now is not faring out well. But my mom, after that was all said and done, my brother lived with his dad, and his dad took a turn for the worst and became even more of a piece of shit and got into, probably like heroin and stuff like that, and beat the shit out of my brother. But it's really unfortunate. Which he has, he's supposed to get out in like February or some shit like that. Really don't like the guy. Never really have, never will. My childhood, I feared him, and it just wasn't right. But now I have a fire in me that I don't fear him. But it's just crazy, man. People are wild. You wouldn't think shit like that. You wouldn't. Men beating women, that's just such a fucked up thing. Unbelievable. But yeah, I'm kind of new to this. I made my attempt at this in like 2013, 2014 with a neighbor. Tried to make a trick shot, YouTube, be a content creator. Kind of like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna mention names because I don't know. There's speculation on that, but only made one video. Hopefully this is different. Hopefully I can get a good viewer audience. Yeah, just a good reaction. Not really too sure what to talk about this time around, When I'm smoking, sometimes my mind wanders and I just can't think of everything. There's a lot about my childhood I could talk about, and a lot of stuff about life I could talk about, but it'll get better. So if you're seeing this, give me a follow, leave me a comment, give me some suggestions, support, really anything. Well, that might just be read paper now. Uh, I always wanted to be a content creator. Just never really had much motivation for it. But as I said, the economy hasn't been the kindest, so we work with what we got. If things were worse, I could find a second job or something like that, but it's just not like that, so I'm just trying to find some passive income, a second way to make money, be able to do cool stuff, with my family. Be cool to, be able to have money to do cool stuff with them. My childhood, my mom, she would work like 70 to 80 hours for the Red Cross as a phlebotomist, but then she lost her job because, well, I'm not going to get into it because, once again, not sure who this audience is going to get to and don't want to strike any nerves, but she made decent money. But then she lost her job, and well, but she lost her job, and we had to depend on my stepdad to work, and he just being in the system so long, because he's a violent offender, literally like attempted murder, but being in the system so long, I feel like it's safe to say he just had a shit work ethic, something like that. But I credit my mom. Like I said, at one point she was working like 70, 80 hours a week and making decent money. But then after that, we're basically poor. And that couldn't have been, but I was probably like 8, 9 years old when she lost it. So after that, we never really had too much money. And that's where a lot of I feel like their disagreements and stuff started, And that's made it hard as an adult to cope with financial hardships, but I learn as I go, and like I said, it'll get easier. Not in the point where I need 2 jobs, but it would help. But it would also be cool to learn the world of content creation, succeed in it. I always dreamt of it. Like I said, I had a YouTube for trick shots and stuff like that, but it didn't play out the way I wanted it to. But I've lived a pretty crazy life, so I feel like I've got some stories and stuff like that, or maybe I'll find some content on down as this progresses. losing my train of thought. And I do Fortnite. I do ponder in the streaming world. Hasn't took off the way I wanted it to. This probably won't either, but you know. I watched a Mr. Beast video, and it was in 2015, and it was when he had 8,000 subscribers. So now he's got like millions, maybe billions. So if he can manage to do that, I'm sure I got something out there that'll work for me. My spirit guides, you know, they've brought me this far. So I'm a Libra. So if anybody's a Libra and has any advice, you know, career path, life advice, really anything, you know. But yeah, maybe if this takes off and some cool stuff happens, it gets a good viewer audience, views. Maybe I'll be able to fund some cool content in the future, like traveling. I see how people do all kinds of stuff, like bailing people out and stuff. That's just cool to me. Yeah. Like I said, I was an alcoholic, so I used to drink a lot, and I spent my fair share of time in jail. Not like, you know, months or years, but, you know, couple days for, you know, drinking and driving. Not proud of it. Learned from it. But it's just cool that they bail people out that have been in there for, you know, a week or two or something like that. And yeah, I probably wouldn't do no content like that because, you know, I don't know how to feel about it. It's what the fuck. I do like content creators, like in the cannabis industry, though. I think that shit's interesting as fuck. I love cannabis. I love the work that the pioneers in the cannabis industry have done, you know. People, the YouTuber wise, like Eric Kahn. Shout out Eric if you ever see this. Just dope stuff. Goblin. I relate to Goblin and Eric Kahn's, you know, their stories and stuff and their videos on a real level. Be dope if I could do the stuff that they did, and maybe one day, you know, team up and make content with them. You know, that's a wild one for sure, but we'll see what happens, right? Ohio's just in the, you know, beginning year of being legal, so we'll see how Ohio fares out with it. Should be dope as fuck. Yeah, I live up by Michigan. It'd be cool if I got to go to Michigan, one of their like cannabis things, and meet some or like Bearded Larry. Shout out to all these people if you guys see it. Yeah, you know, like I said, this is my first video. Not the easiest thing to do, but not the worst now that we're 21 minutes in, but 21 minutes and 2 joints. My bad. But yeah. By the way, Ohio. It ain't bad here, but you know, it ain't the move. That's why I said I'd travel if we could, but we'll see what goes on down the road. This is day one. Maybe I'll post some Fortnite content in the future. Or wild stuff I see, you know. Mind you, if I can catch it on video and stuff like that. I also like content like people in diesel, like working on diesel trucks and stuff like that. But once again, poor kid here, poor adult as well. So just working what we got with, which ain't a lot, but maybe one day I'll rebuild a Cummins or a Duramax or something. Be cool. Mind you, I have no mechanical experience, but also just one of my other interests. Whoops. Ohio wouldn't be too bad if I lived in the country too, you know. Living in town, it's alright. But I love a house in the country, you know. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. But better size than this. This is it's a start. But as I said, the economy has not been too kind to me. And I got this house at a 7.25% interest rate, so $60,000, $54,000. You do the math, but after all the interest and stuff, it's well over $100,000. So just pay extra, try and get it down. Maybe one day I'll get a nice house in the country and enjoy Ohio a little bit, but till then, I've never been too fond of living in towns. Better than a city, depending what city, you know. And just so you know, I'm a real one. I'm a Bears fan. Not easy to say after. Nah, it's pretty easy to say. They're a little bit embarrassing, but they're still my Bears. Maybe one day we'll get stuff figured out, but been a rough season. But RIP to my mom. Gone, but not forgotten. August 28th, 2015. Shit's about gone. Once that's gone, we're gonna get off here and go to bed. And tomorrow I will edit this and upload probably. But yeah. And if this manages to make it to any other content creators that would like to team up and make some content in the future, just let me know. If you're really wanting or interested, you'll be able to get a hold of me. But just let me know. Depends what kind of content too, Not gonna do no wild ass fucking, yeah. But I feel like the video's gonna end in a minute, maybe. Might run out of storage, not too sure. But if so, then peace out, good vibes. Yeah. You know what it is. We can learn more about me in the future. There's a lot more about me to know. Like I said, my childhood wasn't cupcakes and rainbows. But as an adult, we're getting it figured out, and yeah, hopefully I can do something cool, not be stuck in a boring routine for the rest of my life, you know. Hopefully I can break out of it, but it'd be cool to meet some of the inspirations, you know, like Eric, Up Church, you know, there's people that just made it from nothing, because same, but we're still down here at the bottom, so not musically inclined, you know. Maybe I can sing, but nothing too crazy. I like golf. Golf, gaming, content creation, like I said, it's pretty dope. Cannabis literally saves lives. Without it, I would not have been able to stop alcohol. No way. And who knows if I'd still be here, because it is a good antidepressant, you know. Everybody's gonna have their opinion, but it is what it is. Bro wants to hit. Boo. Just kidding. Not for real. A lifesaver. But yeah, all kinds of crazy shit happens to me. I just need a camera. For real, for real. I feel like I've seen some drones, like days before they were being reported here in Ohio. It just looked like a shooting star, kind of like this, but you know. When I see wild shit, I see wild shit. When I don't, I don't. No in between. That's why you need a GoPro or dash cam or something. Because it was while I was driving, so. Get this out there so I can smoke with Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa. On some fried shit, but on some real shit, because I could do it. I could do it, Big Snoop or Wiz, whichever sees this first. You know, come to Paulding County, Ohio, and smoke me out, brothers. Y'all are dope as fuck. Before I knew Snoop, I was listening to Wiz. For real, for real. Got me through some times. Look, about to the end here. Till tomorrow or whenever. I'm off for next week still, so we'll see what kind of content I can develop and figure out. Just stay tuned, you know. Peace out.